I mean, they had to think they were going to be 8-2.
Williams
Caleb Williams sacked once again. Jalopy Tavai, 8 sack in a day for your New England Patriots. Let's go, Tavai. Second and 16.
pressure again and 9 sacks.
Sacks! Is that my dog? Keon White, my glorious king, with his 5th sack of the season. Let's go, GOAT. 9 sacks for the Patriots defense. Wow. Let's go, baby. 4th and 20. Get him. And Romo Doomsday's down. Tackled by Marco Wilson. Yeah. Matt Eber blows it over for you, buddy.
They're going to leave Chicago with a 19-3 win, holding the Bears without a touchdown for the 2nd straight game. New England holding Chicago to 3 points and 142 total yards.
Now that is nasty work. Yo, what's up, guys? What are you doing today, man? I will be talking about my New England Patriots getting it done for the 2nd time in the last few weeks. A 19-3 win over the Chicago Bears in Stadium Field, I believe. There's like something stadium, whatever, in Chicago. Patriots defensive masterclass, 9 sacks. The Bears' line was a little bit depleted, but you gotta remember, outside of like Keon White and Dietrich Wise, like there's really not any pass rushers on this New England Patriots team. We gotta shout out a couple of guys. I have a couple notes I want to get into, but first things first. Shout out to Gerard Mayo. Shout out to DeMarcus Covington. A couple nice plays today from Alex Van Pelt. Just want to give a shout out to the coaching staff today. They were under a lot of scrutiny, and they've now won 2 of their last 3 games. Again, not really an offensive outburst whatsoever, but the defense was phenomenal. A couple of nice pass breakers, a couple of nice sacks, a couple of nice bat downs. So just shout out and salute to the Patriots defense and their coaches. And other than that, I want to get into a couple of notes I had written down. To begin the game, DeAndre Carter of the Bears, he had a 32-yard punt return after the Patriots had another 3rd down. We're like bottom of the league, apparently, according to the announcers on for the most 3rd and outs in the NFL, which is kind of sad. But again, we did have Jacoby Brissett as quarterback, and with all due respect, he's a backup quarterback for a reason. And though he did lead us to that win against the Jets, shout out to Jacoby Brissett, no disrespect. Yeah, just saying what had to be said, unfortunately. But yeah, DeAndre Carter, nice 32-yard punt return, opened the game up for the Bears after we had a 3 and out. I don't know what's going on with our special teams. I feel like it's been pitiful in the return game. I mean, other teams have had pretty good rushes and punt returns on us. I remember that Parker Washington game in London where we were up and then we were down, and like a couple of teams, including this game as well, had multiple like 30+ yard punt returns. Like, what is going on? Like, special teams, like, you were the only thing capable of us saying the offense wasn't doing good, the defense wasn't doing good. The special teams was like one of the better in the NFL by some statistic I saw on Twitter, but I digress. But yeah, just wanted to get into that before I get into everything else. But yeah, shout out to Anthony Jennings. I wasn't talking, but the Patriots this week claimed Yannick Ngakoue from the Ravens, I believe off waivers or on waivers, whatever the hell it is. And they were like, oh, why did they do this? They have young pass rushers. I'm like, the only young pass rusher we have is Keon White. Anthony Jennings is a run stopper. Now, Anthony Jennings is a run stopper, but I want to talk to Anthony Jennings, number 33 last season. With Matthew Judon going down, a couple injuries, he really stepped up, got a starter role, took advantage of that, got a contract extension. Shout out and salute to Anthony Jennings. Re-signed him. Today comes out with, I believe, the best game by sacks in his career. Pause. He had 2 sacks. He had 1 early on in that game. Had a nice sack on 2nd out again. Pause on the Bears' first drive of the game. Drake Mason had a nice 28-yard play to Austin Hooper. Shout out to him. Beats Kyler Gordon. Nice little like live play. Kind of throws it up like Austin Hooper's an X. That's kind of the pass you want to throw to your tight ends. They're usually bigger than the safeties or linebackers that are guarding them. So you just throw it up and you just trust him with the lob pass. Then we got a legal touching on KJ Osborne. The Patriots were in the end zone on 3rd down and ended up leading to a 30-yard field goal from Joby Slide. Dietrich Wise, they get a nice sack on 3rd down. Now, unfortunately, it was about Dietrich Wise. I don't know what happened to him, but he did end up leaving the game at the end, or maybe it was like just the end of the drive, whatever the hell it was. Hopefully, he had a pretty good game today. He's like one of our rare like pass rushers. So shout out to Dietrich Wise. Love that guy. Drake May then had an interception on an awful throw on the run to Austin Hooper of all people. I actually showed it because I actually had screenshotted the play from Drake May to Austin Hooper. Now, I was kind of on Drake May's case here because I'm like, I like Drake May a lot. I was just talking to this guy on Twitter. We kind of got into it. I'm like hard on Drake May because I see potential in him, and I'm also because I'm impatient because I've seen such horrid quarterback play really outside of Mac Jones' rookie season, post Tom Brady, straight up pitiful. Not Mac Jones, but Cam Newton was a good running quarterback. His arm really wasn't quite there, but yeah. So this is the pass that Drake May threw. He's like kind of on the run, not with the greatest footwork. Looks like he's just like not on balance, and he just throws like another lob pass Austin Hooper, and it gets picked off. So not ideal whatsoever for Drake May. Also want to get into the illegal touching from so he went out of bounds and he was the first player to come back in bounds, whatever the hell the rule was, and get a field goal. And then Drake May, the next possession, had a bad miss on third down to Pop Douglas. And I'm like, come on. We've heard about the accuracy, we've heard about the footwork, we've heard about this, we've heard about that. I need you to put it all together for at least a couple of drives, Drake May. I'm asking for a couple of drives, brother. Brandon Schooler, the special teams ace, who signed a contract extension this offseason. Shouts Brandon Schooler's like a steal of a deal. He's playing at linebacker at points, playing at safety, apparently in practice, and now he's actually transitioning into playing in the actual game. So shout out to Brandon Schooler, had a nice pressure on third down, forcing the completion on one of his first defensive snaps of the season. He also, I'll get into it later, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, he did have another big play as well in the game. Drake May, Austin Hooper once again. Austin Hooper FC is up Mo Alley Cox FC, if you know, you know. Jalen Polk, shout out to my dog Jalen Polk, so happy for him. I've gotten him again just because he was supposed to be the guy with Drake May, him, Javon Baker hasn't played, he's active, but he really isn't active. He wasn't even on, I feel like I didn't even see him like returning kick returns today, even though the Bears didn't really score. They just had that one field goal with Cairo Santos. They didn't get into the end zone. They haven't scored a touchdown in 2 weeks with Caleb Williams, so that's pretty tough. Now shout out to Jeremiah Farms, who had a great game. First, he had a tackle for loss on first down on Roshan Johnson. Sniffed it, read it like a book. Drake May, his best deep threat I've written down is really Kayshon Boutte. Like, the guy always goes, even always his first touchdown of his career was a touchdown to Kayshon Boutte. Like, what was it, like a 49-yard catch on Derek Stingley Jr.'s head top, which you absolutely love to see. Then Joey Slides are making a 37-yard field goal to end the first half. Patriots are up 13-3. Jeremiah Farms Jr. also gets another sack, his second sack of the game on Caleb Williams. I don't know why to get to the first one, but yeah, his second sack of the game on Caleb Williams, I believe so. Brandon Schooler gets his first career sack. Shout out to Brandon Schooler, the special teams ace, showing up on defense this time. Dale Pedersen had a nice pass break on 3rd and 6. Marcus Jones basically fumbled twice on punt returns, but recovered for decent yardage both times. I don't know what was going on with Marcus Jones today. Even like before he like caught the pass, I was like, don't fumble, because I don't know what it was. I just saw the vision today. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I like bobbled a couple times. He really didn't catch. Maybe he caught like one punt return like normally, but I don't know what was going on. This weird day with fumbles, I feel like, in the NFL today. But I digress. Mac Jones, Patriots legend, he fumbled today. Then I saw him get a touchdown. I was getting hype against the Vikings. So shout out to Mac Jones, aka Mac 10. Marcus Jones basically fumbled the ball. Yeah, I already got into that. I don't know why I just reread that. Dale Pedersen had a sack, the sixth sack of the day for the Patriots. Drake May had a nice 19-yard run, another big hit that he took. I need him to stop taking big hits. TJ Edwards hit him. I believe TJ Edwards maybe also got the interception on him. I'll get into when I get to the actual stats as well. Kayshon Boutte had a holding penalty, ended up leading to a Joey Slide 25-yard field goal. That was the Antonio Gibson drive. No Mondre, no Jermichael Hasty. That was the Antonio Gibson drive. Just gave some much needed rest to Ramondre Stevenson. He had a nice run on a nice 10-yard run on 1st and 20 after the penalty. A couple other 4-yard runs as well. Shout out to him. Obviously, still want to see more in the receiving game. I don't know why he's just only primarily being used in a running game, but he's known more so as a receiving back than a running back. But I digress. I'm not Alex Van Pelt. I'm not an NFL scout. I'm just a guy here talking about the game. So it is what it is. Anthony Jennings, they got his second sack of the game, the 7th sack of the day for the Patriots. Marcus Jones clamps up Keenan Allen on a crucial 4th and 10 play with 5 minutes remaining. It was 4th and 5, and then they had a false start on Keenan Allen, I believe. Even though the announcers were initially, was that a penalty on DJ Moore? Nope, it was on actually the veteran. They're both veterans really, but the more veteran Keenan Allen ended up getting clamped by my boy Marcus Jones, who last 2 weeks ago he got slutted out by Garrett Wilson, who's one of the best receivers in all of football. So that was a very bad look. Then Drake made a nice flip play to Hunter Henry on 31 that just made me breathe a lot. It was kind of stressing, like more so it was like second half on. And yeah, 4.5 minutes remaining. Nice flip play for a first down to Hunter Henry. Takes another big hit though, and then Joey slides and finishing that drive up with a 33-yard field goal. Patriots are up 19-3. Features wise, then bats down a pass with 2 minutes remaining from Caleb Williams. Jelani Tavai gets refereeing the pass penalty, but then after that he makes up with it with another sack. That is the 8th sack of the day for the Patriots. Keon White takes another sack, his first sack since like week 2. He had 4 sacks in 2 weeks. Had a couple of pressure, just hasn't been able to get a sack until today. So shout out to the Patriots taking full advantage of a depleted Chicago Bears offensive line, which looked a hell of a lot worse than our defense, who I can't even recall Drake May getting sacked more than like once or twice today. So I guess shout out to the defensive line. I mean, shout out to the offensive line. Shout out to the defensive line as well, especially with a guy like Montez Sweat out there, who is an absolute stud, who they acquired last season and immediately gave a contract to from the Commanders, who look like one of the best teams in football right now. Sidetracked, but I just had to say that. Yeah. And Caleb Williams, and I want to get into Caleb Williams as well. His internal clock I had written down isn't really all the way there yet. Like there's just something off right now about Caleb Williams. I believe he has all the talent in the world. He, you know, he's not a bust. People are already giving up on Caleb Williams. That's not going to be me. There are a couple of plays that he made in college at USC, maybe when he transferred from Oklahoma. But it's like I said about Drake May. It's not college football anymore, brother. It's not the NCAA. This is the NFL. These are guys that are quicker and faster, and their clocks are accelerated to a point where it's basically maniacal. Like, you can't make all those flashy plays that you're making in college. You have to like kind of like dumb it down and like really just take full advantage of your playbook and your offensive scheme and this and that. But nowhere near giving up on Caleb Williams. What I say right now is Drake May so far has been the second best quarterback behind Jalen Daniels in the 2024 NFL rookie draft class. So that's all I'm gonna say. Drake May, my glorious king, you have once again saved my life. Now let's get into Drake May. Played a solid game, threw a pick, was kind of, I don't want to say he was a game manager today, but he really wasn't needed much because the Patriots actually had a decent running game. Nothing too crazy, but still they were able to get first downs and really milk the clock in the fourth quarter and just not have to just totally just drop back and throw the ball all game, which finally, because holy shit, it's so infuriating watching your quarterback throw the ball like 45 times. You have no running game. Like, it's so, just for a rookie quarterback with minimal weapons. Thank God. His best wide receiver is Demario Douglas, wide receiver 4, or wide receiver 3. His second best is Kayshon Boutte, best deep threat, who's a wide receiver 4 on the championship level team. Yeah, Drake made today 15-25, 184 yards, a touchdown on a pick. Montre 20 for 74. Henry Gibson 5 for 26, hit a 5.2 YPC. Shout out to him. Drake May 4 for 24. Michael Hayes 6 for 20. We had Austin Hooper today, 3 receptions for 64 yards. Pop Douglas 4 for 50. Kayshon Boutte 4 for 47. Hunter Henry had 1 for 14. I don't know why I'm kind of like, could have sworn we got more than 1 touchdown. I'm guessing no, we had another touchdown. I don't know why I just wouldn't show that. Okay. I don't remember what the other was. Did we just kick like 4 field goals? I could have sworn we had like 2 touchdowns today. I guess we only got 1 touchdown all game today. Okay. Yeah, I remember that 1 touchdown now. Okay, good. Bet. Boutte 4 for 47. Hunter Henry 1 for 14. Hasty 1 for 4. Mondre 1 for 3. Jalen Polk 1 for 2 and a touchdown right here.
Play fake. May has a man open. It's a touchdown for Jalen Polk. And the rookie's in for the second time this year.
Shout out to the rookie Jalen Polk for his second career touchdown of his career. Absolutely love to see that. I saw that somebody had tweeted about Jalen Polk today, and I liked the tweet. It was like Jalen Polk touchdown today. And as soon as that happened, I went to my likes on Twitter. I'm like, you knew. Just good vibes today about Jalen Polk. Doesn't really get utilized too much, but does get his touchdown on a nice play set up from Alex Van Pelt, from Drake May to Jalen Polk for 7, which you absolutely love to see. So shout out to the rookie Jalen Polk, getting back on track. I'm not giving up Jalen Polk yet. Jalen Polk FC will be back. I don't know when we will be back because he's not really getting utilized much, and when he was probably dropping the ball, not taking full advantage of that. So when that day comes, we will be there, Jalen Polk FC. Because if not, I will tweet out that photo of Michael Penix Jr., like Drewski. What was that picture? Or we changed that broke nigga's life. Like, I will tweet it out. I do have my draft. So if Jalen Polk runs out the next couple of weeks, we'll be tweeting it out. But I digress. Leading tackle today was Jelani Tavai, who had 6 sacks. I'm not sick. I thought he had 6 sacks, 6 tackles. He had 1 sack today, a sack from Jeremiah Farms, 2 from Anthony Jennings, 1 from Keon White, 2 from Deatrice Wise Jr., 1 from Brendan Schooler, and that was it. The Patriots had 9 sacks today. You absolutely love to see it. Now onto the Bears. Caleb Williams, like I mentioned, it's a little off today. Wasn't in sync whatsoever. Tried to get out of a couple of sacks, just wasn't able to do that. Tried to throw a deep ball. He overthrew like DJ Moore. Just wasn't really a game for Caleb Williams whatsoever. 16 of 30, 120 yards. DAndreSwift, 16 for 59 on the ground. Out of rushing yards because the Patriots are getting killed by the run all for the last, like, ever since like week 3. And of course, as soon as I do that, I didn't do that with Pollard or the weeks prior. Of course, when I do that, now the Swift doesn't hit, but Patriots win, so I could care less. 16 for 59. Caleb Williams 2 for 15. DJ Moore 1 for 3. Rashawn Johnson 1 for 4. That was the tackle by Jelani Tavai. Also on the run, like the end run, whatever the hell it was from DJ Moore, I feel like we really scoped it out pretty easily. We had a nice like 3rd down play where we kind of scoped out like maybe like a screen as well. So shout out to the Patriots defense, was absolutely locked in today, which you absolutely love to see. Keenan Allen 5 for 44. DJ Moore 3 for 24. Really didn't hear Chris Gonzalez's name too much this game, which is a good thing because he was doing this thing on Moore, even though he wasn't really targeted too much. So I'm not gonna give all the credit to Chris Gonzalez, aka Gonzo, but there was one play where he broke that up, but I think we did have a penalty, and then the other one where DJ Moore got a pass on him. I'm like, but I'm just harsh on Gonzo because I have the utmost confidence in him. So he does something like that, like it's not really bad. It's just like I just have unrealistic expectations for Gonzo and like Drake May, and like Keon White, guys like that, where I'm very, very high on. Rumble Doomsday 3 for 23 had a nice catch today on 4th down to extend the drive for the Bears. Cole Kmet 2 for 13. He had like miscommunication today with Caleb Williams, and he caught a nice pass. He got like back-to-back catches, I want to say, or maybe like 1 drop, something like that. I don't know what was going on with that, but he definitely should be the last word. He's like one of the most underrated wide receivers, one underrated tight ends in all of football. DAndreSwift 1 for 6. DeAndre Carter 1 for 5. Rashawn Johnson 1 for 5. Leading tackler today was TJ Edwards, who had 7 tackles, and he did have the interception on Drake May. They also had a sack today from Jacob Martin, and that was the Patriots only allowed 2 sacks, and the Bears allowed 9. What happened to the game I love? Before I get to the Bears punt return, I mentioned the Patriots. Marcus Jones 3 for 45, 15 yards per punt. Joey Sly made 4 of his 4 field goals, 4 for 4. Longstreet 37, made 13 points overall. Behringer 5 for 285, 57 yards per punt, and 1 inside of the 20. That went to the Bears. They punted a lot with Terry Taylor, who Caleb Williams blatantly said, "You won't be punting this season," and he punted all day today. So not ideal, but yeah. DeAndre Carter, kick return wise, he had a 34-yard kick return on his 1 kick return play of the game. Punt return wise, he had 1 for 38. Had a couple of touchbacks and things like that nature as well. We didn't really punt too much either, thankfully. Carlos Santos went 1 for 1 with a 33-yard field goal with 3 points overall. Torrey Taylor punted the ball 8 times today with 334 yards, 41.8 yards per punt, and 2 out of 20. I believe it was like a 3rd or 4th round pick, so at least they utilize him a lot. But you do not want to be punting 8 times, especially against a very, very bad Patriots team and a defense that was very, very bad coming into this. So Gerard Mayo, he snatched Matt Eberflus's chain, and it is Jover. So, yeah. Total yards to the Patriots had 328 to the Bears 142. Passing yards 184 to the Bears 69. Rushing yards 144 to the Bears 73. Yards per play 5.4 to the Bears 2.4. Brother, ew. First downs, we had 15 to their 11. We were 4 for 14 on 3rd down, which isn't good, but they were a poultry 1 of 14. Brother, ew. We were 2 for 2 on 4th down. They were 2 for 4. We had 61 total plays to their 59. They allowed 9 sacks. We allowed 1, but it's really 2, I believe. They punted the ball 8 times. We punted the ball 5 times. We had 7 penalties for 40 yards. They had 5 for 25. Neither of us lost a fumble. Drake May threw a pick. Time possession 32 minutes and 28 seconds for us, and 27 minutes and 32 seconds for the Bears. Patriots are 3-7. The Bears are 4-5, and the Patriots are now looking at a matchup with the Rams at home next season against Matthews. Not next season, but next week. Yep, next week on Sunday at 1 p.m. against Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, and Jared Verse. So, yeah, and also Sean McVay, the Demon, as well. So, yeah, so just want to look at Tankathon before I get off with this phenomenal win by my New England Patriots, which you absolutely love to see. So, I feel like it was a dripping sweat or felt something on me. What the whatever it was, but I don't know why when I'm making this video, I just feel something on my leg the last couple of times I've been recording. So I don't know what's going on with that. But looking at it right now, the Patriots sit at 3-7. I don't know why I wouldn't show that tankathon, but Patriots right now sit at 3-7. In terms of draft pick overall, right now they are 7th, which is god awful, but we're not going to win too many games. Even though we've won 2 of our last 3, and I was like getting on the Giants for their fans, like, why did we lose this game? Brother, you can end up with Cam Ward or Shador Sanders. Like, brother, you missed out last season on Jaden Daniels and Drake May and Caleb Williams, guys like that who could be franchise quarterbacks for these teams. And so far, Jaden Daniels and Drake May looked the part, and Caleb Williams, I think, will eventually get there as well. Yeah, Jaguars are 2-8, they're first. The Giants are second. The Raiders are third. Browns are fourth. Dolphins are fifth. Titans are 6th. Patriots, we are 7th. Saints are 8th. 9th are the Panthers. Shout out to my dog. Did not give up on Bryce Young yet. Back-to-back wins. It kind of was like a game manager role. Joe Hubbard's been doing his thing. Eventually, Jonathan Brooks will have that kind of like Temu version, Walmart version, Sabres version of Sonic and Knuckles with the Lions. Backfield and what I kind of blame of David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs. And number 10, the New York Jets with a record of 3-6. So yeah, Patriots right now sit at the 7th best record in the NFL. I want us to get the first overall pick, trade down, and draft either Ted McMillan or Kelvin Banks Jr. But that was my TED Talk. And yeah, type shit. Patriots window, I'd love to see that. 9 sacks. Bears got to be ashamed. This Patriots defense really isn't that good. Today they showed up. Shout out to Gerard Mayo. Shout out to Marcus Covington. And shout out to Alex Van Pelt. Shout out to my glorious King Drake May. Running game, thankfully, was somewhat competent today and did not really make too many mistakes. Drake May, that interception was terrible. Almost an interception in the end zone as well. Thankfully, went past the Bears defender, but a lot of turnover-worthy plays. Stop taking big hits. And yeah, hopefully we get him a wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 next season, because right now, this wide receiver, like I mentioned, Pop Douglas is wide receiver 3, and Keishawn Booty wide receiver 4. Kendrick Bourne couldn't even get into the game today, but KJ Osborne did. We gave him an extension, and Osborne was about to get out or traded like last or this week, whatever the hell it was. Like, we gotta be better. Patriots win. Let's go. Other than that, yo, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. Your boy John. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.